a sudden death, a shattered family, and a final wish that left everyone speechless. Today, show host Sheinelle Jones is facing the unimaginable. Her husband Yuke is gone at just 45. But what truly shocked the world wasn't just his death. It was what he left behind. What was Yuke's final request? And why is everyone talking about his last message? You won't believe what we uncovered. The tragic and unexpected death of Uche Ohia, beloved husband of Sheinelle Jones, has sent shock waves through the media world and beyond. Known for his quiet strength, charm, and unwavering support for his family, Yuke's passing at just 45 has left many asking, how could this happen? What was his final message? And how is Sheinelle coping behind the scenes? In today's video, we're going beyond the headlines. We'll uncover who Uche Ohia really was behind the cameras, what made his marriage to Sheinelle so powerful and at times so private, and the chilling detail in his final wish that left close friends and family stunned. From emotional funeral tributes to silent tensions that may have been boiling under the surface, this story goes far deeper than what you've seen on social media. You're about to hear the truth, unfiltered, heartfelt, and at times painful. So stay with us because each chapter brings a new revelation. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why Yuke's life and his sudden death will be remembered as one of the most unexpected and emotional turns in Sheinelle Jones's journey. Before tragedy struck, Yuke Ohia wasn't a household name. In fact, he seemed to prefer it that way. While his wife Sheinelle Jones stood confidently in front of millions each morning on the Today Show, Uche stayed quietly in the background playing the role of husband, father, and career strategist. Born in Pennsylvania, Yuke was more than just Sheinelle's husband. He was an accomplished consultant, a father of three, and a man known by friends and colleagues for his calm intellect, kindness, and ability to ground those around him. A graduate of Northwestern University where he first met Sheinelle, Uche built a career in IT consulting, later becoming a managing partner at UAO Consulting. His work may not have made headlines, but within his industry he was deeply respected for his insight, leadership, and ability to bring order to chaos. But it wasn't just his work ethic that stood out. It was the way he carried himself. People who knew Uche describe him as the type of man who didn't need to raise his voice to make an impact. He was the calming presence in every room, the devoted dad who never missed a school recital, the man who packed school lunches with handwritten notes when Sheinelle was away working early shifts. Despite their vastly different careers, Yuke and Sheinelle made their marriage work in a way that many admired. They met in college, fell in love, and grew through the challenges of parenthood and public life. And while Sheinelle's job required her to be open and accessible to millions of viewers every day, Yuke remained a private man, holding tightly to his values, his family, and his peace. Friends close to the couple say Uche was Sheinelle's safe place, a man who never tried to compete with her spotlight, but instead shielded her from the pressures it often brought. He was her anchor. Their bond wasn't loud or performative. It was intentional, thoughtful, and deeply rooted in years of shared history. But as much as Yuke appeared solid and steady, recent revelations suggest there may have been unspoken struggles behind that quiet strength, emotional and even physical battles he never made public. Could there have been signs of something deeper going on that no one caught? And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. No one was prepared for the announcement. On what seemed like an ordinary weekday, news broke that left viewers and fans in disbelief. Uche, husband of Sheinelle Jones, had passed away at the age of 45. The news spread quickly across social media, but the immediate details were scarce. There was no public statement at first, no explanation, just a deep, eerie silence from Sheinelle and her team at NBC. Behind the scenes, the truth was unraveling quietly away from the cameras. Sources close to the family revealed that Uche's health had been declining in recent months, but not in a way that raised alarm. Friends noticed he looked more fatigued during their rare outings. Some said he had quietly withdrawn from social events and even missed a few of the kids' activities, something he never did. But he never complained. He kept smiling. He kept pushing forward. According to an insider, Yuke had been experiencing episodes of severe chest pain weeks before his death. He brushed it off. One friend shared. He said it was stress or maybe heartburn. He didn't want to worry Sheinelle. That was just who he was. He always protected her. What he dismissed may have been a warning sign. On a quiet Sunday morning, Yuke collapsed in the couple's home, while getting ready to take their youngest son to soccer practice. By the time paramedics arrived, it was too late. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Initial reports suggest cardiac arrest, but a formal autopsy has not been released publicly at the request of the family. Sheinelle, known for her composed and bright presence on television, was reportedly inconsolable. Sources say she screamed when she found him, and her sobs could be heard from the hallway by the first responders. She kept saying, "Not him. Not now. We still had plans," shared someone close to the situation. For a woman whose life is built on keeping it together in front of a camera, this was the one moment she couldn't. She went completely dark. No posts, no appearances, no statements. The NBC team quietly released a message asking the public for privacy, prayer, and space. And here's where things take an even more heartbreaking turn. Just 2 days before his death, Uchi had sent out a series of text messages, private, heartfelt notes to a few close friends and family members. The messages weren't alarming at first glance, but now in hindsight, they've taken on a much deeper meaning. In one message to a close college friend, he wrote, "If anything ever happens to me, just remind my kids that I love them more than they'll ever understand." Another message to a cousin read, "Life's been beautiful, even with the hard parts. If I'm not here tomorrow, know that I was happy." At the time, no one saw these as red flags. They were interpreted as sentimental. Maybe he was just feeling reflective. But after his sudden death, they now seem like quiet goodbyes, like Yuke somehow knew his time was near.